The truth and the light were murdering each other in droves. Perry and his outfit waited on a dusty escarpment to pick over their dead. It was the month of the giver of death. At night, the dead moon waned and the days were short. The battle had begun later than usual today, and already the sun leaned westward. If it ran long, the crew might have to scavenge after dark. Boss Houghton did not like to scavenge after dark, and so he stood off to the side, fidgeting impatiently as he waited for the slaughter to be over. Perry sat away from the ledge, his back against a comfortable rock. Around him, the rest of the outfit waited, holding quiet conversations and occasionally laughing at a joke. At 20 years old, Perry had already been on the crew for 3 years. That made him a middleman, with only a few others having more seniority than him. First, there was Jax. He was a crotchety, white-bearded old fart that had been on Boss Houghton's crew since time immemorial. He held the job of chief primer, and he guarded it jealously because it was easy work and he was ancient. Second, there was Tiller. Tiller was an ass, and he got along with nobody, least of all Perry. Lastly, there was Stuber. While the rest of them waited, backed away from the edge of the cliff, hoping not to catch a stray round, Stuber stood at the edge in his battered armor and looked down at the battle that splayed out in the valley below. He watched the violence, always with an element of yearning, like a captured animal pines for the ferocity of the wilds. The clasps on the back of his spaulders still had a bit of Stuber's old Sagum cape. The cloth was now sun-faded, almost pink, but it had once been a bright red. Red for the truth. Staring at the ex-legionnaire's back, Perry felt a mix of unpleasant things rising up in his throat like gorge. Fear, hatred, loathing. All things best kept hidden. It wouldn't do for anybody to guess Perry's past. Stuber turned like he felt Perry's gaze on him. Those predatory eyes of his stared out from the rocky promontory of his face. A broad grin split the dark growth of his short beard. "Short stack," he beckoned with one massive hand. "Come watch." Perry shook his shaggy brown head. "Nah, I'm good." Stuber's face darkened. "Come watch. Don't be a bleeding vagina." Perry grunted irritably but rose up from his comfortable rock. It was probably the best seat on this ridge, and he was being forced to give it up. He dusted the back of his pants off and took a few steps forward, hunching his head down as he did, thinking about stray rounds from the battle below.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.